Y'all see the title. We gonna get right into it. Being friends with the opposite sex is more comfortable than being in a relationship. Let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about it.
Let's go. What you got for me?
Man, why is the question I have.
Okay.
Why do it seem like when you're friends with the opposite sex, you have a man, you have a woman, they're friends, and that's just all it is. Let's start there. All it is they're just they are friends.
They're just friends.
Just friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like with the conversations, with the just feeling comfortable to talk about anything, not worrying about you judging me, not worrying about how you gonna look at me or who you gonna tell. People care less about who you gonna tell, or they seem like they, in a lot of cases, it seemed to be in society, especially in 2024, where people put more trust in their friends, especially starting with the opposite sex, than they will their own partner. How do Tori feel about that?
Oh man, that's a good
Why?
question. That's a good question, and why is, like, dude, you got me thinking, cause at the end of the day, the same information you probably give your friend, they could turn around and use it against you. Like you say, oh, anytime a relationship end, you done talk so much to them, they know all your details, they might use it against you. Well, same as in a friendship. So I don't get that part. But at the end of the day, you don't expect a friendship to break up ever. It's like when you're looking in a relationship, you sometimes expect it to break up, so you kind of hold back on what you tell that person just in case y'all don't make it. But you don't look at a friendship the same way. You know what I'm saying? But man, it bothers me, man, sometimes. But like you say, you take sex out the situation. You know, sex complicates everything. But if you just truly friends, you just feel comfortable and comfortable to say whatever, but without the thinking that, hey, one day this friendship might end. But when you get in a relationship, it seems like you preparing yourself for, let me not give it all to them, man. You know, and scared of, might one day this might end and they might use something you done told them to kind of hurt you or something.
It's very interesting that you brought up sex, and it goes. I'm going to ask the question again, why? And the reason why I asked the question again, why? Because it's like, I understand how powerful sex can be. We know the outcome. We know the vibe, the energy, whatever you want to call it. That comes with that. But why do that have to be the thing that you are married or in a relationship where y'all are having sexual intercourse, and that changed the whole dynamic of the trust or the feeling comfortable, not just the feeling. See, I could just say, well, why does it change the feeling? That's pretty easy to answer that question. But I want to throw something out there of, like, we're just feeling comfortable. Like, you feeling more comfortable with your, let's say you a woman, people that's watching this, you feel more comfortable telling a guy that you known for years something personal, or when you mad about something, or just having that, you able to have that conversation more consistent than you do your own partner. Yeah, that seems to be kind of messed up. How you feel about it?
And it's crazy though, because just say I never ever crossed that line with any of my opposite sex.
We talk
never
about just
the line
overall.
So, but if you do, soon as you do, everything changed. I don't understand it. If we were just good to talk about everything before we got into a relationship,
let's talk about
why is it now that we in a relationship, now you holding back and now we can't talk? But I really think, sometimes it's the fear of an argument, or you got to deal in it all the time. But, I don't get it, because we were just comfortable before we got into this relationship to tell each other every freaking thing. But, I don't know. That's bug for me, though.
But bro, don't friends argue? Don't friends, whether you the opposite sex or not, don't friends argue? Don't friends share that disagreement? Don't friends share that anger? They share that, I ain't talking to you no more. They share that, we mad at each other.
Point.
I mean, you in my feelings because you didn't return my call. Like, friends do that too. why is it so? But still, it's a separation of the comfortability of, you seem to be more friends with somebody who you wasn't in a relationship with than your own partner. It should seem like we are more friends. Like the best friend that I've ever had is the person that I am actually with. Let that breathe for the two people in the back that might be asleep.
Man, and you said something like friendships, they argue, they get into
same
fights
thing.
and whatever and spats, and they could see that it's cool. They'll come right back together like ain't nothing happened. But for your partner, you tend to, I'm gonna just go talk to my other friend instead of talking to your partner about things. Nah, we need to do better in that, like, cause it's crazy.
It seemed to be so different because of the sexual intercourse. It seemed to be so different where it's like, we able to go out to eat. We able to like, even when y'all both, you and for people watching it, you have two individuals that were friends before they was in a relationship. It seemed, to be so different just because it was nothing physical, whether it was kissing, whether it was sex, because those are left out of it and they were just friends. It's like just friends, we get along so much better when it's just friends. But then when it's a relationship where feelings involved, what they say, emotions make you cry sometimes. Like people really be in their feelings.
As friends, again, why? Because you be connected as friends, the same feelings apply. I mean, you might not be sleeping with that person, but when a close friend cross you, you feel that. That hurts. The same as in a relationship. But you can come back in that friendship than more so your relationship. But you'll have a open conversation with your friend, but if it let it be your relationship, you sometimes don't need, a person might not even know it's a real issue because you telling somebody else about it than talking to that person you dealing with.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. That's a real good question, and we gonna need y'all to help us out in the comments about that, because I have no answer for that.